stacking every month. Put that work in, I deserve to stunt. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm posted. Just won't put my...
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. This is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the channel. Also, guys, hit the like button. It's free and it don't cost you a thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the installment. All right, guys, we're going to talk about a trade-up scenario that's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks. And it's kind of crazy because me and my man, Micro Mike, we have been talking about it for a minute. Talking about the possibility of the Lions going up and trading to get these two guys in particular, because I think that these guys would be game changers in Detroit. Do I think that anybody else can come in and be a game changer? Of course I do. I don't never put all of my eggs in one basket, but when it comes to the draft, you have to do this thing strategically, and you have to be able to have a plan on what guys you really want to trade up for. And if I have a trade up scenario, and this is the Detroit Lions, I'm saying, if you got a trade up scenario, two guys that I think that the Lions should be targeting is Quinyon Mitchell and Jared Verse. Both of these guys would be game changers on the defense, and they would be playmakers on this defense. And not only would they be playmakers, they would bring so much value to the defense. So you got to hear me out on this. They would bring so much value to this defense. The Detroit Lions have not had a legit number one corner since Darius Slay has departed the team. That was the last time we had a true number one corner on this team. We need to go get us a number one corner. I don't care how we got to do it. I know that we traded and we went and got Amik Robertson and we went and got Carlton Davis. But we're going to need much more than those guys to be a legit defense, man. We're going to have to go out there and get some of the best players out of this draft. And if you're the Detroit Lions, you got to be targeting Jared Verse and you got to be targeting Quinyon Mitchell. Both of these guys have had great pro days. Both of these guys are elite blue chip athletes that you would love to have on your team. And if you want to have the best, and if the Detroit Lions, they've already kind of put it out there that next year we're going to the Super Bowl. So if you really want to make that happen and you really want to go to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to get your defense better. And I think that the Detroit Lions could do that. These two guys right here would be game changers on the defense. And you guys know that I'm telling the truth. If you get Jared Verse from Florida State and team him up with Aiden Hutchinson, you would probably have one of the best pass rushing duos and combination or tandems in the league. You still need a tandem. It just can't be Aiden Hutchinson going out there and making all the plays. You need other guys that can get to the quarterback. And last year, the Detroit Lions really didn't have that guy. Alim McNeil, he got 4.5 sacks, 5 sacks, whatever it may be. But I'm talking about you really didn't have that superior athlete on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson being able to get to the quarterback. And I think if the Lions want to be one of the best teams in the NFL, you have to be willing to go up to get blue chip talent in this draft. The draft is this week. I can't wait till the draft happens because I'm tired of looking at the mock drafts. I'm tired of looking at all these different draft scenarios and trade up and trade down. I'm glad that the draft is finally here and we can get this thing rolling. But if I'm trading up, if I'm Brad Holmes, I'm on the phone and I'm trying to come up. I'm trying to get Quinyon Mitchell, and I'm trying to get either guy. I'm trying to get either Quinyon Mitchell or I'm trying to get Jared Verse on this team. Either one of those guys, because there is a lot of corners in this draft that you could possibly get if you miss out on Quinyon Mitchell. But Quinyon Mitchell definitely is one of those dudes that's an elite athlete. He's going to make you better at the corner position, and he can further. You know what I'm saying? He could be that number one guy that you have at the corner position that really takes this defense to the next level in the secondary. We need guys that can make plays in the secondary, flat out. That's what you need, guys that are ball hawks. Guys that can flat out make plays, whether it's knocking and punching the ball out, whether it's ripping the ball out, or whether it's just getting a big stop on defense. You need guys that's going to come in and be game changers. I think that Jared Verse, he's always been my number one defensive end that I wanted the Lions to draft. I don't know if it's going to come true, but man, if the Lions would trade up to go and get Jared, because I don't know, they might end up trading back. We don't know what the Lions are going to do. We know that they have the 29th pick overall, which, you know, pretty much you might as well say it's like having a second round pick almost, because you're at the end of the draft. So a lot of the talent is going to be taken ahead of time. But, you know, I know that Brad Holmes is willing to come up and make a trade because he did it for Jameson Williams. When you really want a guy, even if you have to lose one of your third round picks, whatever you got to do to go out there and get an elite athlete to be on this defense, you have to go and do it. You have to go and do it if you're the Detroit Lions, because it only makes sense going forth. Because eventually you're going to have, you got to think about this, you're going to have to pay Aiden Hutchinson when his contract is up. So if you got the other guy that's over there getting to the quarterback, you know what I'm saying, you know, things will be cool. You know, you got two guys that can get to the quarterback. Then when Aiden Hutchinson deal, when it's time to pay him, you'll be able to pay him or whatever, you know, negotiate whatever type of deal you'll be able to negotiate with him. But you'll still have your rookie on his contract, on his rookie deal. So I think it only makes sense for the Detroit Lions if you're going to trade up. And I'm not saying that these are the only two players that you can trade up for, because they may go with a lineman. I don't know what direction the Lions are headed into. But Quinyon Mitchell and Jared Verse needs to be the two guys that the Detroit Lions target to come up and get, because I think both of those guys would solidify this defense and make the Detroit Lions a juggernaut in 2024. All right, guys, leave it in the comments section what you think about the Detroit Lions getting Quinyon Mitchell and Jared Verse.
Stacking every month, put that work in, I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm posted. Just won't put my feet in the sand. Ain't tryna be far from oceans. Don't want stress about nothing, just fruit and wine, I'm floating. Little vacation, little mimosa.